Sorry about that. Had to get the streaming platforms to play ball. I hate the way that they've altered things. So yes, here we are again. Final Fantasy XIV 1.23 server, thanks courtesy of Project Meteor. I cannot take any responsibility for this actually working. I am just following the guide that they put on, and as I've previously said, this is kind of my exploration in regards to how the game used to be. Previously we kind of did the Thanalan section, which I do apologise for because I kept calling it Korthas during the last stream, which was very stupid of me. But today we are exploring the Black Shroud, and in that respect it means probably the best place to start is going to be Gridania. This is the entire map for this city. If you know this city from Final Fantasy XIV A World Reborn, you'll notice that obviously there's no section dividing the top half of the map and the bottom half. You'll also notice that over here it says Botanist Guilds, and at the top left it says Conjurer's Guild. Those got switched round in location. You also don't have a central avenue that goes from left to right here. It is very, very different. You do have your Archery's Guild in the same place, you have your Lancer's Guild, and you have your Leatherworking. The actual crystal isn't here. You'll notice there's a big chunk missing on this map, and the actual Atholite is over there. So, yes, very, very different. Also, I have a surprise. Look, green names. There are NPCs here, which makes a change. Yeah, I was quite surprised when I loaded into this and found that there was some NPCs. So you kind of get the idea of how they was littering the place with NPCs and how full these cities would be. Because you've obviously got all the people around here, and obviously we've got down this way the airship landing, which I know very well because this was the best place to go to get to the final fight in Final Fantasy 1.23. That door obviously still doesn't work, but again, because all this was the same zone, sorry, it keeps trying to trigger a quest. We can't go round there, but if we sneak around here, there's the airship landing area, and again, you would be able to see the airships land, people get on, and people get off from here, which was nice. That's obviously going to be the exit to Central Shroud. Just like that's an exit to Central Shroud. What they ended up doing, obviously, is keeping this exit, stopping that exit, and making that empty one there the exit to the West Shroud. So, here we are, the main town. I've been doing some research in regards to the game. This is not where the Atholite is. Chocobos would be there. You can't go in there. That's just prettiness for prettiness value. You have Woodworkers Guild just here, which I can't go into, obviously. Door. Again, you do have this little side path like you normally do, where you'd find the kids playing and so forth. So, sorry, I got distracted by a chat, and I think I will be interested in a link that they've got. So I'll ask them to chuck that link across to me, probably through Discord. Should be fantastic. Then we head up this way, and this is where the main crystal for the town would be. Wow, I really got to work on this timing. I move so much slower. And this would be the location. This is where, if you spawned in, this would be the first thing that you get to see of the town, which is pretty neat. And then you kind of would then choose either go out that way or go up to the top. Generally, if you was questing, you'd go up north, because obviously you basically only got NPC access up here, and if you're going to be going out adventuring and of the like, you would be going the other way. Here was something that we always speculated what they was... Oh, wait. Is that another exit? The gardens. I think that was used for cutscenes. Yes, there was 2 locations here that was used cutscenes. That's one, and the other one will be coming across it shortly. What else do we have? A little shop, which had a little name. But yes, this is kind of where people will get confused, because the 2 guilds being in different locations. Because I don't think this guild has a garden in this one. Because in 2.0, when you go to the Botanist Guild, it's like on top of a hill in the city. And there's a... Oh, no, they did kind of keep it. Just shows how long it's been since I've been roaming around here. You're not going to open? No, can't go down there. But yes, that's where the Botany Guild would be. Keeping a pace on, because this is the nice thing about this town, is, you know, it's all on kind of a round route, so you just can do a tour of it nice and easy, whereas Yadar, you can't really do that. And this entire section here, you're kind of gonna get the feel for what they went for in 2.0. I don't understand how in 5 years it reversed its orientation. Instead of going from southwest through to southeast through to northwest, it's now going northwest through to northeast through to southwest. God, I'm terrible at compassing today. But yeah, this looks all the same. You have these stones here, and there would be an NPC just here that you could talk to, and that's how you would have met the mayor of the city, as to say. I'm just reading comments. I haven't got my clipped computer voice turned on today. So every once in a while I'll be pausing going, oh, what's someone said? Yeah. Now, interestingly, some of the things I've been able to pick up from doing a little bit of research is this game is using the Crystal Tools engine, which I already knew. It was heavily modified, but there is another game that people are going to know that uses the Crystal Tools engine. That's going to be Final Fantasy XIII. So the technology that is behind that game is behind this game. The development team had to do a lot of work to get it to be able to do the sort of things that they wanted, but because of memory issues at the time and they needed it to both work on PC and PlayStation 3, they did put in an limitation, which I forgot to mention last time. The limitation that they had is the game could only display 20 players on the screen at any one time. This would kind of definitely create problems when you went into the market wards, because it treated the retainers just like player characters. So if you went into the market wards, it would only generate the first 20 people that are around you for retainers, and then you'd check those 20 and then you'd move a little bit more into the room and the ones behind you would depop, and the ones that you would want would then start to appear. This area you kind of already see. This is the main platform where large announcements and addressing in quests would happen. I think it actually feels a little bit bigger than what it does in 2.0, just because it's not enclosed in a rock face. It's kind of got the nice scenery behind it and the river. So I think that works more aesthetically for me. We're getting there. What's going to be the best way to do this? Let's see, we're here. I think I know the route I'm going to follow. We're not going to go right, we're actually going to go left, because this little area you're going to recognize, because when you come here in 2.0, there's an NPC stood about here and you can trade your achievements. Now, in the beginning intro of 2.0, when you see the meteor hit and you see an old elven man with a white beard who is doing everything in his power to try and stop the destruction, he was stood here, and he was basically your main NPC story giver for basically all your main story content, from about level 45 onwards, if I remember correctly, through to the end of the game. So this is kind of what that area was dedicated to. They did add a little NPC to be able to get exclusive items from events and things like that. So if you had dropped them, you could go and get them again, which was nice. Then up here was another area that was to be expanded on later, so never really got to see what was behind there. I'll guess the game's going to go Yep. Okay, we're getting there. So let's keep moving. So next up is going to be the Lancers Guild, which pretty much is exactly the same as how you see it in 2.0. It is very familiar and very much the same. I do find it interesting the fact that in 2.0, in essence, they did keep the same structure on the left-hand side. Again, there was lots of speculation when playing the game that this would be an opening up into new regions or things like that for when expansion came, but that kind of never happened for obvious reasons. So, Lancers Guild, as we know, down here there is no river, there is no ferryman to take you across. That is completely new in 2.0, probably just to facilitate ease of travel. And then we're going to be starting down toward the south, going down the east side of the map, going to what would you normally class as sort of the vendor location. So obviously from there you can tell that was sort of armory stuff, foodie stuff, different foodie stuff, potions, I think. Oh no, that'd be potions. No, that's alchemy. Look at the signs, you idiot. Blacksmith. Armorer. That'd be general goods. No NPC situated here for dealing with retainers. Then here we have cooking. General knickknacks, weaver, goldsmith. So there we are, just seeing someone plonking a stupid comment in my video that I never pay attention to. I don't want to be a big YouTuber. No, I'm happy being the person that I am. Then the last place to visit on our grand tour of the main town is going to be the Archery Guild. In one sense, I'm glad, you know, we're almost done with the town, but I am so dreading the next bit. And you probably don't even know why. But yes, this is pretty much the Archery Guild again, pretty much untouched. This entire right section of the map is pretty much exactly the same. It's just they fiddled with the other side of it, which is bizarre. But I do feel that they kept the feel and the idea of the core of the town, which is good. But this is one of the examples where they made the most changes. And I think I know why they decided to making a lot of changes to the Black Shroud area as possible. And this I'm trying to build up in kind of an easy way because, let's be honest, I've got a bit of a trek before I can show you the next bit, so I'm just trying to keep this as long as possible until I get there, to keep the suspense going, the tension rising. But yeah, this, I think the Black Shroud entire region is the example that you can point to for why there was a lot of criticisms in regards to the game, and the game using copy and paste a lot in regards to their design of areas and regions. So with all that said, and the final bridge coming up, you're about to see the biggest problem with this game. Strap in.